Oh, and by the way, Odyssey does memberships now. So pay me money. I'm going to need that money for our next segment here. I'm going to need that money because apparently DSP requires funding to talk to him. See, here I am trying to be a good guy because I am a good guy, Chad. Try to get DSP to sit down and have a talk with me. Give me the real story, the important details of what's going on, and what happens. What happens with DSP? Well, we're about to find out. Now, this I've compiled together, his response and the initial video he put up, or a little bit of it, to give you an idea of the situation going on with Darksydephil. Let's take a look.
I am willing to do a transparent interview with someone. All right? If there is legitimately someone out there who actually wants to ask me questions about this bullshit that has been said about me over the last several years, I will talk to them.
Okay, see, he put that out there. So here I am doing my monthly roundup stream after hearing that DSP wants to sit down and give his side of the story. And, well, we'll get to it.
What I am proposing to everyone on the internet right now, if you want to make fun of me, fine. Why don't you talk to me and actually ask the man in the situation what's really going on? Okay? I feel like maybe there would be people out there who'd be interested in this. All right? The true story. Even if you believe it or not. But no one ever has.
No, but nobody's ever asked to speak to me before. I don't know about that. I'm not sure if that's 100% factually true, Phil. But here he is, willing to sit down, give the real inside information that everybody's been waiting for. So I throw my hat in the ring.
No one comes out to me and says, Phil, will you tell us what's really going on? Can you answer this or this or this? Okay? Now, please understand there'll be limitations. I'm not going to be talking about things that are very personal to my family members or my wife. It's got to be things about me. Okay? But for the most part, I want to set the record straight on this stuff publicly. Whether or not people believe it is their own prerogative.
Okay. So Phil puts out the initial offer to do an interview, and other people have contacted him, and he said no to literally everyone. But I thought, hey, you know what'd be fun? Let's have a December stream where I interview Phil. Sit down, let him speak his truth, speak his speech, respectful, all right, hard but fair questions. I was ready for it. This is the response I get. This is a fucking response this guy gave me. I haven't watched it yet, but I hear it's not flattering.
As you guys know, I am seeking to get an interview on the internet by someone prominent and someone with an audience to get my word out about my side of the story when it comes to all the very slanderous, negative things said about me on the internet on a daily basis. Okay, so I'm still fielding offers. I still have some offers coming in, but I'm talking with several people as well. At this point, I'm very busy with all these releases, so I probably can't do it right now anyway, but I've told people who I'm interested in, you know, this is, I'll get back to you, you know, this is, I'm interested in doing it with you or whatever, and I've got a few candidates right now. Well, all of a sudden, in the last 2 days, all right, I started getting emails, I started getting people super chatting in my chat saying, Phil, you should do your interview with Mr. Metokur.
First off, thank you, my fellow moon crickets and chud butts. So just over the last 2 days, all these people started messaging me. They're just screaming total nigger death, and they're signing it Michael Alberto. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm completely confused.
Or Metokur, all right?
Metokur.
Now, I don't know who this guy is. All I know is the name rings a bell because people used to tell me years ago he was an asshole to me. He was a real scumbag, really being nasty to me. He was basically being like a detractor.
I mean, that is true. I can't deny it. I did laugh at him quite a bit.
All right. Now, not that he particularly focused only on me, but apparently I was one of the running meme things that he did in his content and shows. And basically, he was really nasty. All right. Now, I haven't heard from this guy in a million years. I don't know anything about him, and I don't listen to his content, but I haven't heard about this guy in a long time. All of a sudden, in the last 24 to 48 hours, I get tons of people who are either emailing me about it or who are like actually super chatting on the stream saying things like, oh, you should do your interview with him. He's really interested. He's really interested in interviewing you, right?
I mean, that is true. I really legitimately am. I really want to sit down with Phil and hear his side of the story.
Now, my answer has been very simple. If he's interested in interviewing me, he should contact me. He hasn't. You know, if he wants to interview me, reach out, email me, or you know, DM me on Twitter if he can, because I don't know anything about the guy. Maybe I banned him years ago if he was a scumbag to me. You know, reach out, contact me, let me know you're interested. Let's talk it out, right? That hasn't happened. It's been probably over 48 hours since people started telling me this guy supposedly is interested in emailing or interviewing me. Nothing. No contact, nothing, all right? So, as you know, that's it. That's where I leave it. If I ever hear from the guy, then maybe I'll consider it. So, I received...
Oh, we got a possibility, chat. Or we did. We had a possibility until what he's about to say. I do know this part coming up. I just like to imagine, how many emails did he get, do you think? How many emails went, and you should do an interview with Mr. Metokur. I hear that Mr. Metokur guy is a really great interviewer, Phil.
A detailed message overnight from someone. I'm not going to give their name. I'm not going to give details about it. I'm just going to read you what the message says, all right? I'm just going to read you the message. That's it. All right, you ready for this? Here we go.
So Phil's considering doing the interview. He's a little befuddled. Lots of emails coming in. A former detractor. Maybe he'll do it. And then a mysterious message comes in. I wonder who sent the mysterious message. Who could have sent a mysterious message to Phil?
There's a guy named Mr. Metokur. He's also known as Jim. He was also known as Brightside Bob in the past. I didn't even know that. I knew that there were people who were like Brightside Bill, Brightside Bob, and they all made fun of me back in the day. But I didn't know that this particular guy was one of them. Apparently, he was one of the bigger ones. Okay? He said on one of his streams that he wants to interview you about your trolls, your online legacy, and drama. His gimmick is that he puts the spotlight on lol cows, and then his audience, like people on Kiwi Farms, 4chan, and 8chan, destroy those people. He's done it to countless people, even to the point of suicide with Randy Greer. Now, keep in mind...
with Randy Greer? Fucking what? Oh, that Mr. Metokur. He sets up the interviews and then drives them to suicide. Phil, you can't talk to this man. Words that kill, Phil. Once he begins speaking, death is imminent.
I don't know what they're talking about. I'm not confirming or denying this is real. I'm just reading a message from someone who sent me a message overnight. Don't take this as me saying this is true. I know nothing about the situation. I don't know who this person is or anything, okay? This is what I'm being told, okay? Let's continue. He has to always delete his YouTube stream afterward because of the multiple severe terms of service violations on every stream that he has, an extremely racist chat that spams the N-word.
A racist chat that spams the N-word? Chat, I'm looking at you right now. You'd never do that. Over here on Odyssey, this is an inclusive platform. I'm sure none of you would start spamming total nigger death just repeatedly in chat. I know that that's not something you do. That's not how we roll over here. We're fucking rainbows and sunshine and happiness over here. I don't know what this guy's talking about. Oh, chat. Oh, no, these are the wrong things to type. What if Phil sees this, chat? He'll think I'm on my way to suicide somebody else like I did Randy Greer. Is he drinking white vinegar? What the fuck was that?
At this point, he's been banned off of Twitter for the time being, and his main hub now is on the website Odyssey. Anyway, enough of his backstory. He's basically trying to either ambush you with all the drama questions or sneak on other detractors to surprise you. I wouldn't get lured in with this idea that he's king of the trolls and wants to give you a fair shake, plus point the barrel towards the trolls instead. He knows the crowd wants your blood, and he's been keen on people pleasing. During his interview...
Let me just poll chat here. Chat, do you want Phil's blood? Chat, can I get a 1 if you want to drink Phil's blood? Can I get a 2 if it's just total nigger death? And can I get a 3 if you want to drink his blood and scream total nigger death? All right, see, I provide options over here. He just wants your blood, Phil. He's like a vampire. An internet vampire, Phil. Seeing a lot of calls for blood going on here, Phil. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, Phil.
He actually treated the mobile game rumor about you as if it were pure facts. He's also made fun of your wife in the past. He's not a good faith. This is not a good faith offer. Your usual trolls will just keep trying to convince you to do it, so keep an eye out. All right. So here's the thing. All right. After I got this email, I just happened to jump on YouTube and search for the guy. And all I could find in regards to him.
I just happened to be there. After this guy told me this suicidal, murderous troll that wants to drink my blood is coming for me, I hopped on YouTube to see what's the real story.
And me was the most toxic shit I've ever seen. This guy, as far back as 8 years ago. Yes, as far back as when I moved across the country from Connecticut to Washington, was making toxic ass content about me, benefiting from slandering me, saying really nasty things about myself and other people who I associate with. Basically a scumbag. I know nothing about this guy's personal situation at all. All I'm judging on is based on what I saw with a 5-minute search on YouTube, and what I saw was some of the most toxic, worthless content I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe that anyone would watch that kind of shit, but then again, that's the vast majority of shit. That's a lot of popular stuff.
I'm feeling hurt over here, Phil. That's hurtful. I want to get the real story. That was a real offer. I was really going to sit down with you and talk to you.
On YouTube, right? So I'm looking at it, and I'm just shaking my head like, what would possess someone like this to want to interview me? It's obvious. It's because they want to basically do a setup where they're going to just attack me, you know? So no, I'm not doing an interview with this guy. By the way, he never asked me anyway. So, I mean...
I love that he throws that in, too. Like, after this build-up. So, yeah, so there's this guy, this murderous troll with a body count behind him that feasts on the blood and souls of children. But he never asked me to sit down. That's my real issue with him. Super toxic content out there, but if he had just asked...
Complete waste of my time to even bother with this guy. So I would not consider interviewing with him. Only on the sole focus that if you look back, you can see so much hateful content he made about me. This isn't like, okay, let me give you some perspective here. You can look at someone like Destiny, all right? Destiny is a guy who, over the years, he listened to all the Detractor memes about me, and he's talked about them every once in a while. Yeah, it's hurtful when he does. But does he fucking sit there and make a series of hateful videos? Does he every moment keep making fun of me? Does he really No. He's kind of he'll casually hear about something, talk about it, and he moves on. All right? That's called normal human behavior. That's not obsessive behavior. That's not slanderous behavior. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, that's just one example. There's other people out there as well who are kind of the same, and those are the kind of people who I'm maybe interested in talking with in my interview. Not someone who literally campaigned to slander me to get personal benefit. You know, like Rich from Review Tech USA, or, you know, like Keemstar this year. Like, these people are out of their fucking minds if they think that I would do an interview with them. They're nuts, you know? Anyway, so that's the deal with that. No, I'm not doing an interview with this guy, Mr. Metokur.
Metokur. So there you go, chat. Apparently no interview. I went to YouTube. I went to YouTube to see, like, what shows up when you look up DSPNEWS. And here's, like, just an example. I want you to look at the dates 5-6 years ago. There's nothing recent. There's nothing recent at all. Jim makes fun of GTA commentary, GTA gameplay, Star Wars Battlefront, Metokur edition. And then the SoCast, when I went on Sons of Kojima's little podcast, and then asked them uncomfortable questions for like an hour. That was the entire thing. Most hateful, vile content I've ever seen. Maybe he didn't like the picture in the second one. This is how you don't play Battlefront. With Phil dressed up as a gay Ghostbuster at a gay bar. Maybe that's what fucked him up. I don't know. I don't think it's happening, chat. I don't think Phil is very interested in sitting down and having a heart-to-heart with me. It's a little it's a little troubling. It's a little troubling, a little upsetting, I'm gonna have to say. Oh, we've got a little donation here. Let me read this. For Power Up Penny. Hey Jim, have you seen Google's new AI text-to-video generator? Pretty impressive the speed the technology is going at now. We have text-to-art generators as well as NVIDIA voice clone technology. Hopefully someone puts this tech to good use and creates a bunch of cool shit with it. Also, fuck Jannies. Well, fuck the Jannies indeed. But yes, back to Phil. Sadly, it's It's just not going to fucking happen, chat. I wonder who sent that email. I wonder who sent him an email and told him I butchered, was it Russell Greer? I don't know. Jim's out there murdering people. He's gonna get you on stream, and the detractors are gonna gangbang you, Phil. That's the plan. In front of a live studio audience. Oh. Well, I tried, folks. I tried. Now, please don't send him more emails. This time telling him Michael Alberto wants to interview him. Michael Alberto, head of a neo-Nazi organization. Don't email him telling him that Michael Alberto, head of a neo-Nazi organization, wants to personally come out and interview him. Don't do that. All right, because he's already spooked now that he thinks one of these hateful, vile content creators who laughed at his GTA gameplays out there. Yeah, that's right, chat. We gave it a good try. We gave it our best. It would have been entertaining. It would have been fun. But oh well. Such is life. Such is life. Now let's do a short little break here. I gotta go grab a drink. This will just be a few minutes. I'll put on a happy fun song. In no way whatsoever related to somebody begging a black man to go on a date with him. I'm gonna put this song on. Grab a drink if you need to. We'll come back. Sadly, Phil thing's not gonna happen. Super sad about that. Maybe Michael can get that interview for us. Hopefully, maybe a little bit of news on DSP. I don't know. Sky's the limit.